Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. So this video is going to be how to make Dan's spectacular meatballs. In other words, we're going to be making my custom special type of meatballs. And these are not like ordinary meatballs you buy from the store or even just typical homemade meatballs. These are special meatballs. And when I stress special, I mean they don't taste like normal. They're fantastic. They are absolutely amazing. This is actually my own recipe, and I even got it published in a cookbook. And if you don't believe me, it's even titled Dan's Meatballs. So we're going to be walking this through, and I will teach you how to make my special, spectacular Dan's Meatballs. So let's get started! So to start off, our first ingredient is 1 large onion, 1 pound of beef, however we're doubling the recipe, 1/3 cup of dried breadcrumbs, 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1/4 cup of evaporated milk, 1 large chicken egg, 1 1/2 teaspoon of, Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So here are all the ingredients I just showed you on screen. And for the onion, you want to shred it really thin, such as that. This is like chopped onions. If you have one of these little machine things, that's the best way to chop the onion to get it super thin. It works quite well. And you want it nice and thin, so when you put the onions in, you're not going to have gigantic onion chunks. So here we have the onions right here. Pour all this in. One-third cup of dry breadcrumbs, 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1/4 cup of evaporated milk, and a small little chicken egg, one 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, so put that in there, maybe more than half. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Make sure you don't overdo this or it will ruin it. Once all that's in there, then you want to mix all of it up, so it's going to get all messy. Feeling of this stuff going through between your fingers just feels so yummy. Mix it up really good. I mean, you gotta get everything so you don't have any stuff around. Mixing the eggs, mixing all the different salts. You want to get everything at the bottom because you don't want stuff like that. You want to get that all mixed in. I think that is good. Then heat the oven for 350, which is automatically right there. Now you have your baking pan. You want to make sure you grease this with cooking spray, so when you take the meatballs off, they don't get stuck, and you have more meatballs, and half of it doesn't get stuck on here. So make sure you grease this plastic or the pan, whatever you're doing. And now we just roll meatballs, little balls like this, and place them in the pan. And ta-da! It looked like this. Unfortunately, thankfully, we actually have a little bit more extra meat because we did about almost 2 pounds instead of 1 normal pound. We doubled the recipe and everything. So that's what it looks like. So heat the oven to 350 and then put it in for 10 minutes. All right, so we're gonna put it in the oven. Oven's at 350. Look at all these tasty meatballs. Like that, voila. And then we put them on for timer 10 minutes and start. Alright, so the beeper just went off and here we go. Let's look at these yummy cooked meatballs. Alright, let's do this one-handed. Of glove. Put this on with one hand. And I just cut that one open just to make sure it wasn't pink inside. Got it.
Put it on top of the pot.
There we go. So these are the wonderful, lovely, homemade Dan's meatballs. So let's try one of these out. Perfect. They're homemade. Put it right there. Flip my camera screen around so you can actually see me eat this. Hot. Look at that steam. This is So this was my video on how to make Dan's meatballs. All the other information that I said in this video, such as the actual recipe, will be posted in the description. So if you ever want to make these, feel free to. I made this video for you guys, so enjoy. I love meatballs. So with that sums up this cooking video of Dan's meatballs. I'm Daniel Sulzbach, also known as Mr. Repzion, and peace the rep out. And I gotta eat one more. One second. Gotta eat one more. Okay, I'm done.